So I figured shoot this short, quick video to show you how I do it, and I won't bore you and make the whole box. But so I go to my grocery store and I buy 6 heads of kale. Kale is very hardy. It'll last in your fridge for a week or two, and I look for the strong. When you feel them, you can just tell that they're stiff. These are the pieces of kale I want to make the boxes. I can usually do a box with 1 head, but I prefer to buy 6 just because sometimes you get to a contest and you'll get 1 or 2 are bad, and they're only $1, so $1.50. So why skimp? So basically, all I do is I just go up here when it starts to round out and just pop them off and squish it up. And I start from this corner. It's really simple. Kale is, like I said, the reason you get them stiff leaves like this is so that they're easy to make a box. This piece is so huge I have to do it twice, but just fill the box, start with a corner, start filling it up. I'll just use the tops, go all the way around without screwing it up like that, and basically get it all nice and border. It'll start coming together once you get more in there. It's good kale. It's good to show the judges, but I wouldn't want to eat it. Just make sure, like when you're doing your chicken or rib box, you make sure they're really nice and low, so you're not pushing the lid. These boxes are really deep, so won't have any problems with these. So this is you can see how wilted and stuff that one is. We're not using that. Probably won't get it. We'll have to dip into one of those extra bunches of kale, so that, because this one has some wilty leaves in it. I know this is like one of the worst parts of cooking in a Kansas City Barbecue Society contest, that you gotta use garnish. I mean, you don't have to, the rules say you don't have to, but everybody knows you have really. I mean, there's guys out there that don't use garnish and do really well in certain boxes, like brisket boxes and rib boxes, but I don't know, chicken and pork, I don't know, I don't think that's see, like here's a kind of a nasty leaf. I'm not gonna use that. Chicken and pork, you'd have to really cook a lot of extra chicken and extra pork to fill these boxes up, so that you don't have to use garnish. And I was just texting with one of my teams that's going to cook in IBCA, and he was laughing because I was making boxes, and it is kind of funny, but this really does make the meat stand out. It gives you a nice platform. I don't like to make the meat look like it's sunken inside of the garnish. I know a lot of guys like to do, they'll do like these tall walls on the side, and then put their meat inside so it looks like it's in like a big bowl. I'm not a big fan of that. I think I like a platform, so it makes it your meat stand up on top, and it's when it's on top and the garnish is low, it allows the meat to be showcased and not the garnish. To me, it just seems like if you have the garnish surrounding the meat, you're taking the attention away from the meat, or maybe you're trying to hide something in the meat. So you don't want judges maybe to see the sides. I'm just not a fan of that look. For the, you know, see, now we're picking off the leaves that we discarded earlier just to use the tops because we just didn't have enough. But we'll go back through here with these leaves. There's a lot of still good pieces. As long as there's good pieces on these leaves, keep using them and just keep filling them in. As you can tell, this is going pretty quick, and the better the kale, the quicker it is. If you get little pieces, you can just put them together like this to make them even thicker. When you're making a box, remember that this is just the start. Tomorrow, after you put meat on it, or when your turn-in day, I always make my boxes the day before turn-ins. But make sure you save some kale, because after you put the meat in the box, you might want to go back through and put in some garnish around the edges that maybe you're making the meat not stand out. The whole point of garnish is to make it as in my opinion, is to make it a platform for your meat to sit nice and level and up in the view of a judge. And if there's a piece of garnish that takes away from that, because it's, you know, like there's a big hole or there's a leaf that's turned upside down, if a judge opens the box and that takes their eye away from the meat, it's that bad. I mean, it's just gonna give you a 7 or an 8 in garnish. Or I mean, appearance. Garnish is probably the better term. Up here in the north, where I normally compete, getting 9s in appearance are not easy. We always joke with some of our southern friends that come up here that you better make pretty boxes, because at the end of the day, if you get 10 to 15 9s, you had an amazing day in appearance. Where a lot of guys say they can get, you know, 20 plus 9s in appearance in a contest in other areas of the country. So just gonna go through here and look at the box, see if there's any dips, and just level it. You want your meat to sit in there nice and straight. You're gonna want to fix like these edges. Just go through and pull them back a little bit. Get a piece of garnish in there. Get it nice and straight. Again, you want it all level. So if you need garnish in certain areas, I'll probably look at this video and think, man, why didn't I fill that hole? That's the best thing about take a picture of your box. Take a picture of your box and look at the picture, because the places that your eye won't pick up on will pop in that picture. And that's why people always say take a picture of your box before you turn it in and look at that picture, because it will do the same thing. It'll tell you like, oh man, there's you know, the sauce looks all splotchy or something, you can smooth it out. When you take a picture and look at it, you'll find those little things. So just not to make this video too long, I'll go back. I'm going to come back through here and I'm going to straighten up some of these edges. But when you're done, just put a piece of paper towel over it. Take your barbecue spritz bottle, spray it down good. Fold this back a little bit so it doesn't get caught. You don't want to break them tabs. Close it and go put it in your refrigerator. And